Good evening. Students who are in the online, am I audible? Can you please respond it? Well, now I'll go to the further continuation topic, 6 p.m. Under that, previously we did class and the class structure. I will open it. Open with Raminma. So there we have seen class and we have already discussed about the data members and we have seen about the methods and we have seen yesterday about the constructors and each part of the data members and methods purpose constructor purpose also right? And today we are talking about what? Destructor I am going to explain. Okay? Right. So now we are entering into the destructor. What is destructor? What is the purpose of destructor? Even you see our index if you see under OOPS, index of OOPS if you look at and see that under classes, these are the list of principles, classes, objects discussed. Still we are here only. Classes, importance and purpose of class concept, syntax, data members, methods, CLS and self, examples. Object related examples also. Programming examples related to the database communication. Pickling we will see today. Constructors in OOPS we have seen. Default parameters and etc. And today we are talking about what? Destructors in OOPS. We are talking about a destructor concept today. So let us enter into the destructor, which is a very, very important. And especially in interview point of view, these are important. What is an index? And already index is nothing but, which I am going to say, this index only. This part, whatever is written here, that will be discussing as a part of my class. So here, that is the index which I am discussing today. So let us start discussing about internal flow of that and how the relation between that and followed by what? Programming examples. Programming examples I am going to discuss. Okay now? So now I am going to start with destructor. Actually, we don't write destructors inside of our class. We never write it. If I say that I don't write destructor inside the class and there is no need to discuss this topic, student will feel that sir is not explaining. If I explain for 1 hour 40 minutes, you don't write inside the class in real time. We never write also. Why? Destructors are already present in our program. We don't write it. If I say to students, there is no need of writing destructor, if I say, you will think like your previous faculties. Because you have seen previous faculties with a negative mode. Because they created like that. But here it is not like that. And I am explaining destructor by wasting 1 hour 40 minutes and try to observe it. Start up. Right. Carefully listen. It's quite interesting. Now I am going to start with one example first with. I am going to discuss with the example. So program for demonstrating, come in. Program for demonstrating destructor. Online students, carefully follow. Now I am writing class called what employee. Class, student or employee, whatever it is, employee. So there I am writing constructor, I am using it. I am using the constructor here. Class employee, DEF underscore init underscore of self, comma, ENO, comma, ename. Which constructor it is? Very good. Parameterized constructor. Self.eno is equal to eno. Self.ename is equal to ename. I will print the data also. What I am printing? Employee number. There is no hurry at all. Fully we will go for it. Self.eno. Similarly, I'll go for what employee name I will write it. Employee name I will write it. So I am writing here name. Well, see students, now I am writing like this. There I am writing. Now I am saying here something like this. Done. Coming to the main program, students. Coming to the main program. What is this main program says? E1 is equal to employee of 10 comma row sum. 10 comma row sum. First object is created. E2 is equal to employee of 20 comma Travis. This is written. Here what I am saying now, program execution started. Program execution started. Careful, there is a lot of meaning is there in every. I am discussing around 6 to 7 examples with various mechanisms. Program execution started. Program execution ended. In middle of it, what is happening? In middle of it, what is happening? Object E1 initialized, printing the data. E2 object initialized with this data, printing the data, and program execution over. So I am writing here non-destructor example1.py. There is no destructor. Normal program it is. It's a normal program. Go to the place and create one folder. The folder name is destructor. Okay, destructor. Inside of it, I am writing the code. Inside of it, I am writing the code. So I'll write, of course, some notes. Inside of this, I am going to say this part. Save this entire thing. Inside of that, of course, go to the place and try to save it. It is done. Go to the command prompt, D:, go to your location, Python, 6 p.m. CD here, oops, CD destructor here, there it is available. Now I will say py, non-destructor example1.py. See that program execution started and it is first object created, second object created, program execution ended. What did you understand with this? By seeing this programming, I would like to tell you. During the program execution, a lot of objects are created. That is E1 and E2 are created. Once the program execution is ended, it is the responsibility of our PVM to hand over whatever the memory space is created for our objects. Once the execution is done, that will be handed over to the OS. OS granted the memory space for the execution. You borrowed the memory space for what? Execution of the program from OS. Once your program execution is over, you are deallocating your resources and giving to what? OS back. So the deallocation process of your object's memory space done by garbage collector. Garbage collector. Already you know garbage collector in my beginning days. What is the garbage collector? A garbage collector is one of the inbuilt program in Python software, which is running behind of every Python program, whose purpose is to collect unused memory space and improves the performance of the Python based program. That was our previous explanation. Today I will carry that type of program, garbage collector, remove the memory space for E1 and E2 when the program execution is completed. Who is executing in the background? Garbage collector. Do you know, students, GC is the program which is internally containing one deallocator program is containing internally again. GC is the program which is internally containing one program which will destroy the memory space of your objects. Destroying the memory space means what? Take the memory space and give to OS. That is known as what? Today what? Destructor. Spell out that. So destructor is one of the function in Python, which I am going to show you. This destructor function, which is by default present inside of where? Garbage collector. every garbage collector, of course, only one garbage collector is present. That itself internally contains what? Destructor. That destructor will deallocate the memory space of your present program. What is your current program? Non-destructor example. I did not write any destructor. Why? GC already containing what program? Destructor program is there, which is automatically executed by whom? GC. Whose memory space E1 and E2 memory space is automatically removed. So is it necessary to write your own destructor? No need to write it. What is the destructor? Like a constructor, destructor is also one function. How the constructor name is? def underscore init underscore of self, some parameters you are writing. When you come to destructor, def underscore del of what? Self. Sir, why self, sir? Self is nothing but what? Object memory space will be destroyed. This definition, you need not to write it. Sir, why we need not to write? By default, it is present inside of where? Garbage collector. Even if you write it, that will execute. Plus, it will execute what? Garbage collector related destructor also will execute. For what purpose? For deallocating the memory space. So let me write that example. I'll copy the same example today. Carefully watch it now. How easy today. Go to the Python here. See students. Destructor example 1.py. Employee. Same to same. Today I'm writing what? def underscore del of what? Self. It won't take any parameters. Only like that. And they will ask in MCQs level, which of the following function belongs to destructor? Underscore init. This is a regularly asking question in MCQs. Which of the following is called destructor? Option A, underscore init, underscore init of self. Next is called B, del operator. C is called underscore del underscore self. Next is D is called what? Underscore what? Init underscore like this. Which of the following functions? This one. C is an answer. Del operator is different. Del of function is different. Del operator is also one indirect mechanism which is calling what? Destructor. I will use today also that part. Are you able to follow? Now, what I will write it? Simply I will write garbage collector calls what function? Underscore del of self for deallocating memory space. Deallocating what? Memory space. This is what is the sentence I just write in. Now execute the program now. What will happen? Tell me. Once the program execution is ended, who will call the constructor? Here I will write it. Print of I am from come on. Constructor. Who will call the constructor? PVM. During what creation? Object creation. Who will call the destructor? Garbage collector. When program execution is completed. When program execution is, see that. Online students. Who will call the constructor? PVM. Who will call the destructor? Garbage collector. When the constructor is calling? During object creation. When the destructor is calling? Program execution is completed. That is by default. See that. Execute. PY. See that. Carefully. The moment when program execution is ended, see what will happen. See that. What is happening? Garbage collector calls del for deallocating memory space. How many times it was called? Why 2 times calling? Because I have 2 objects. For a minute, to make you to understand, time dot sleep of 10 seconds. Just to make you to understand. Import time. Just to make you to understand. You execute it. See students, execution is ended. It's waiting means what? 10 seconds. After that, garbage collector is calling the destructor. See that. It is garbage collector is calling what? Destructor. That means, is it necessary to write the destructor in my program? Huh? No. You look at my program, previous program. I did not write any destructor. Do you feel that destructor called this memory space or not? Destructor eliminated this memory space or not? Yes. Is there any special advantage of writing destructor? No. So, after the program execution is over, here I am writing, by default, after the program execution completed, GC calls its a destructor automatically for deallocating the memory space. Such a type of calling mechanism. This process is called automatic garbage collection. What collection? Automatic garbage collection. Automatic garbage collection it is. Do you understand this point? Do you understand this point? This process is known as what? Automatic garbage collection. Why it is automatic? We are calling automatically when the program execution is over. Getting? Here also in previous program also, I did not write any destructor, but it is gets called. And we never bother about the destructor. Even today I wrote line number 13 and 14. Am I getting any additional advantage? Nothing. But one thing, you are understanding that this is executed automatically when the program execution is completed. So after 10 seconds, just to make you to understand, I used some timing to pause it, and I am going to show you that garbage collector is automatically called once the program execution is completed. It is known as which execution? Automatic garbage collection. Next line, I want to show you the memory management here. How the memory will be deallocated. I am going to show you some type of deallocation process with more clearly. Let me start with the same example. Online students, are you following? Are you following up to the second one? Good. Now let us follow the discussion. Watch it, students. Destructor example 2.py. E3 is equal to, I am writing here, I am writing 30. I am writing some more kind of thing. Richie, I am writing. How many objects I am having? 3 objects I am having. What is the memory space for an object to find? To find the memory space of an object, there is one function is there. To find the memory space of any object, we use function called what? Get a size of. You will pass what name? Object name will pass. This function present in where? Sys module. Which module? Sys module. Go to that, import time comma sys. I am writing here. What is that? Space. That is nothing but obj space is equal to, just one example I am showing students. Other things don't worry. Sys dot get size of. What is that? E1. Just one thing. E1 object memory space. Now I am writing comma what? obj sp. Just I am not writing any time dot sleep or something. Just try to execute. Later I will add lot of code, students. Follow me. Here I am writing py 2.py. What is the memory space I got it? 48. Even object memory space how much? 48. What is the total memory space? Why 3 times calling? 3 objects are there. Okay. Now, total object memory space, total OBJ, total memory space is equal to sys dot get size of E1 plus sys dot get size of E2 plus sys dot get size of E3. 48 plus 48 plus 48 is 348, sir. Don't know. Huh? 144. 144. Now I am writing total object memory space. Total memory space I am writing. Here I will write it. Total memory space. I can write it. Print off total memory space. Total memory space is equal to TOT MEM SP space. Just execute it. What is the total memory space? 144. Okay. Well, now I am going to say, after finishing that, see students, now I am going to say, this is my memory space, I got it. This is my memory space, I got it. After that, what I am doing, you know, students, total memory space, I got it. Here you go for it. After this deallocation, what are you doing? Some small calculation I am going to show you. What is the calculation? What is the memory space? I got it 144. When first time, what is the memory space deallocated? E1 memory space is deallocated or not? How do you know that it is a deallocated? When it is a deallocated, what is the memory space left out? When first object memory space is a deallocated, how much memory space is removed? 144 minus 48. 96. 96, huh? 96. 96 means how many object memory space? 2 object memory space. E2 also memory space is removed. 96 minus 48 again 48. E3 memory space also removed. 0. That means total memory space is given to OS now. So that I am showing here. See, I am writing. How do you do that? How do you do that calculation? TOT memory space is equal to TOT memory space minus sys dot get size of, what should I write it? Self only. Self only. You cannot write E1. You cannot write E2. You cannot write E3. When you write E1, first time okay. Second time E1 is not there. How can you write it? Who is the friend of E1, E2, E3? Self. When you are removing E1, E1 will be sent to what? Self. Whose memory space? When you are removing E2, E2 will be sent to self. Self will be removed. E3, self will be removed. I hope you are following. Good. Now, since I am changing this, I must write what? Global. Global what? TOT memory space. You already know global variable it is main program. Since I am modifying, I need to use what keyword? Global keyword. Now I will write it. Now I'll write it. Print off. Now available memory space. Available memory space. Available memory space. Available memory space. Dot format of what? TOT MEM. Available memory space. Now I am writing. Are you following, students? Now see, students. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Time dot sleep off. I am writing something like 5 seconds. So it is first created how much? 144. When first time this E1 is deallocated, how much is the memory space available? 98. Second time E2 is removing, what is the memory space available? Right. Next last is called what? 0. That indicates end of the program execution. So who is calling that destructor deallocation of memory space internally? Destructor is calling what? Garbage collector. So every garbage collector calls destructor. Destructor will deallocate the memory space. It's a very important flow to understand. So let us execute 3.2.py. 3.2.py. Execute now, students. See carefully. 2.py. Total memory space 5 seconds. See the calculation part. Carefully understand what the program execution ended, deallocation process. Now available memory space. Which object memory space was completed? E1. Next, called, first time called, available memory space 144 minus 48. Second object also removed, 96 minus 48, 48. Third time object also removed, 48 minus 48, 0. If anybody asks you tomorrow how garbage collector is running, beginning days I told you. Garbage collector, how it is running, I will show you in the further I said. This is the one. Are you getting? When I was explaining simple feature, that time I told you how garbage collector is internally running, I said, this is the one. Are you getting, students? Where I said you did not remember, but I remembered because I gave a word for you. 6 p.m. features of Python. Features of Python. Under that simple feature is there. Under that I told you. Where is it? Simple. Second one, definition. Python programming contains inbuilt garbage collection facility by executing garbage collector program so that garbage collector collects unused memory space and improves the performance of Python based application. Definition of garbage collector. Garbage collector is one of the inbuilt program in Python software which is running behind of regular Python program and whose role is to collect unused memory space and improves the performance of Python based application. Hence, garbage collector takes care about automatic memory management. 144 to 96, 96 to 48, 48 to 0. Is it not called automatic memory management? Yes. Every word practical knowledge is required. Well, students. So anybody asking how garbage collector is running, will you show this? Now, this is called which collection? Automatic garbage collection. Garbage collection, increase your talent. Automatic garbage collection. Now, what I am doing is next level. Online students, did you understand this accounting process? Did you understand this accounting process of memory allocation and everything? Well, now I am going to introduce second level of another example I am going to take up. Clarity is there? Well, go to this example, students. Now I am going to take up. Let it be this example only. I will take it. Go to that back. Here I am going to write it. See carefully. Now I am writing. Paste this question. And anyhow, you understand the memory space. I don't want to increase much stuff of it. Go to the place. Now I am going to write it. Look at carefully. How many objects are there? 3 objects. Now my point is, my program execution started at 19th line. It is initialized and showing the result. That means my object is created at which line? 19th line. Where is my garbage collection is taking place? 25th line. I don't want my PVM to create this memory space up to last. Because object 1 is initialized. I want to clear the memory space then and there. Are you getting? I want to clear the memory space then and there. I mean to say, I don't want my program to wait until the program execution completely completed. Because in middle only, I want to relax my program from the heavy weight of memory space. Are you following? So what should I do? When E1 object is completed initially, then and there, I want to release the memory space. Releasing the memory space means what? I don't want my program to wait until the last part of the garbage collection. In middle of the program only, I want to call what? Garbage collection to deallocate the memory space of what? E1. For that, you have to write. Now I am writing. E1 is equal to what I am writing? None. What is the meaning of E1 is equal to none? Whatever the address is there for this object, I am making nullify. Nullify. When do you write object is equal to none? We discussed one day null. None we discussed. Do you remember? That day I explained only for 5 minutes. That day I told you once again none will come in the oops I said. Do you remember? When do you write none? When do you use none? When I want to make my object to destroy forcefully to destroy my object, which is eligible to be collected by garbage collector, that time I have to make my object is equal to what should I write? None. When I make it none, what will happen? Whose memory space is automatically destroyed by whom? Garbage collector. Simple, student. You have a mobile. You are interested to buy the new mobile. What you will do? You will make your mobile none or not? Your parents should feel that you need a mobile compulsory, you will destroy the mobile intentionally. So you will feel that by mistake it is fall down. Your parents will give new mobile. So don't tell that example in interview. Even is equal to none. The moment when you write even is equal to none, I am writing here. No longer interested in maintaining memory space for what? Memory space for what? Even object. That time I am making even is equal to what? None. The moment when you make even is equal to none, GC calls what? Destructor. PVM call destructor. STRU. Destructor. Forcefully. GC calls destructor forcefully. GC calls destructor forcefully. Are you following? Now, I will write it. There I will write it. Time dot sleep for 2 seconds or 5 seconds. I will write it. Because you will get this memory space, it will be made wait. Okay. Next, after that, what is happening? E2 object, E3 object, and these two objects are going to be collecting the memory space when the program execution is completed. That means this is known as which collection? Forceful garbage collection. This is called what? Forceful garbage collection. Forceful garbage collection. Forceful garbage collection. What is this? E2 and E3 are called automatic garbage collection. Let us watch this now. Time dot sleep of what? 5. Are you getting? Are you understanding even is equal to none? Try to save this code 3.py. 3.py. Understand this. Come out of that. Execute. Py. See, students. No longer interested to maintaining the memory space. You made none. Now it is calling. Garbage collector calls del off. It is E2, E3 created. Last two of them are called. Middle of it, one garbage collector called. This is called what? Forceful. This one is calling rest of the two at the end. It is called what? When I run my previous program, destructor 2 example, last only calling all the 3. That is called automatic. Now this 3 is calling what? Middle one is calling and the last 2 is calling. Middle one is calling because of what? Forceful. How can I make my garbage collector to call the destructor forcefully? By making the object is equal to none. Did you understand? So how can people ask you, can I call the garbage collector forcefully? Yes, by making the object is equal to none. If I don't make it none, will it be called? Yes, at the end of it. Can you show that example? Yes. Go to one more. Go to online students. Follow me. One more I will show you. Destructor 3. One more example. Take care, students. One more. Destructor example 4.py. Very simple. Here I am writing. Sleep off. I am writing. No longer interested to maintain what? E2. I am writing. E2 is equal to what again? None. Again I will write E3. This is called E2. This is E2. This is called E3. E3 is equal to what? Yes. E3 is equal to none. And the last, nothing is there to call it. E3, where is it? E3 is there. This I will write on the top of it. E3. Fine, students. E2, none. E3. After that, program execution is completed. Time dot sleep. After the ending of the program, nothing is going to be coming, right or not? So here I will write it. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. These are all called forceful garbage collection. Observe it, ma. 4.py. 4.py. Very, very important. Execute it. Observe. See that first object. No longer interested to maintain. Garbage collector is calling. E2 object. No longer interested to call E2. Garbage collector is calling. E3 object. No longer interested to collect E3. Also garbage collection. Program execution ended. Nothing is calling. Why? In beginning only everything is called forceful. At the last nothing is calling. So how many ways are there to call my garbage collector? 2 ways. One is forceful garbage collection, automatic garbage collection. So go to the first program. Go to the first program. Here, is it necessary to write destructor? No need. Why no need to write destructor? Automatically, garbage collector is calling its own destructor to deallocate my memory space. Clear? Right. Now go to the next. Is it clear? What is the syntax for forceful garbage collection? Object is equal to none. Object is equal to none. Object is equal to none. Making none is equal to destroying the memory space. Eligible to collect the garbage collector. Okay. Same example. One more way. One more mechanism to call the destructor automatically. You written what? None. Today I will write del E1. Del E1. Long ago, del operator I told you. Del operator index-based removal. Del operator with a slice-based removal. Del operator with a total object. Whenever I remove the del of what? E1, same way, garbage collector will collect it. What I will do now? Del E2. Del E2. I will write what here? Del E3. Del E3. That's all. Same to same. Destructor example 5.py. 5.py. See students how simple it is. Execute it. Py. See students. Same to same. Even object. Destructor is calling now. Destructor E2 object is also calling now. Del operator I used it. So no longer interested into that. Yes. Program execution ended. Nothing is there. Right, Razu? Good. Razu is remembering. We discussed in data types. List data type time I discussed that. So how many ways are there to make my garbage collector to collect forcefully? Forcefully, 2 ways. One is object is equal to none. Del object. Totally how many ways are there to collect the garbage collection? 2. Forceful garbage collection. Automatic. In forceful 2 is equal to none. Del. If you want, you can go for automatic garbage collection. Totally 3 ways you can tell in the interviews. Well, go to that. Up to this, clear? Is it necessary to write garbage collector in the program? No need. But this knowledge is very important. Okay. Now I will go to one very good example. Look at students. Most powerful example. Okay. You have done it very well. Go to the next example. This is my 6.py. Okay. Go to the place. See students. Now I am writing. Now I am saying here. E1 is equal to employee of Rosam. Constructor is calling. Parameter is constructor printed. Now E2 is equal to E1. What is this line is called? What is this line is called? Second time. What is? Come on, ma. Deep copy. Deep copy. In this voice mirror. Huh? Daily you will come to the class. How many types of copy techniques? Shallow copy, deep copy. And when I give hint, you will say, otherwise, no. So as a student, what you will do? So this is called a deep copy. This is called a deep copy. E3 is equal to what? E1. Also called what? Deep copy. Deep copy. Deep copy this is called. You will get a smell. Whether you will get a job or not, you will get a smell automatically. You will get that smell will come out. Whether you will get a job or not. Meek telusadi. How? If you answer my questions in the class, you will get 100% job. It is just a smell out. Smell will come. If you are saying answers, 100% you will get the job. If you don't answer it, not coming. That is compulsory. Not answering is called silence. Silence is called what? Sleep. Silence is nothing but sleep, another words. Sleep is giving you what? Unemployment. Life is miserable. Answering the questions from day one, reading, that is called what? You will give you what? Job you will get. Once job is coming, life is luxurious. What you want to decide, you decide it. And I'll give tomorrow one flow chart also here. Sleep, answers. You will come to know that. I need separate chapalsina avasram la. Vivek, sleep is equal to senior citizen in Amirpet. Not only in Amirpet, everywhere else in the world itself. Very deep sleep is called always unemployment only. Come on. E1, E2, E3. How many objects are there with me? Come on, fast. How many objects? 3 objects or 1 object? That also doubt. 3 objects or 1 object? 3 objects or 1 object? 1 object, 3 objects. 1 object only. It is 1 object only. Why, sir? Meek adena, meek em teledu, chadukontaru. Nakemo tension. E1 is created. E1 is created. X, 10 and row sum is present. What is E2? E2 also pointing to the same memory space. E3 also pointing to the same memory space. Is it 1 object or more objects? 1 object pointing to what? Same memory space. So garbage collector will call 1 time or more number of times? 1 time only it will call. This is a question in interview point of view. They will give this answer. How many times garbage collector will call? If I don't tell this address memory management, you will say definitely 3. But if the student who is reading my notes, a deep copy, addresses are same, I said. That means 1 object or more objects? 1 object. 1 object means 1 object memory space only destroyed now. 1 object memory space destroyed require 1 garbage collector to call, 3 times garbage collector to call. 1 time. Check it out. Practically, I did not call only 1 time. Automatic garbage collection, that too, you observe it. Even though I have 3 objects, internally it is calling only 1. See that? Only 1 object is created. Data is 3 times printed. See that only 1 time garbage collector is calling. Why 1 time calling? 1 ID only now. Correct or not? Yes. If sir, show me 3 values, sir. I will show you that. How do you show that values now? Print of, what is this now? E2 dot underscore dictive of. Next is called what? E3 of. Also. E1 anyhow I will already shown you. E1 dot, if you want to say dict of underscore. You want to see one more time? ID of what? E1 also. I will write what here? ID of E1 also. I will write what here? ID of E2 this is. ID of what? E3. I wrote it. ID of E1, E2, E3. Same or different? Same. See the same? All of them are pointing to same address. Like this you have to see. See that? 1 time only calling. And don't ask me, sir, you are getting 5336. I am getting some other address in my system. Don't be innocent. All 3 are same or not, you see that. Are you following? How many times calling? 1 time. Why it is calling 3 times earlier? It has 3 different IDs. That's why 3 times calling. Getting? Well, Go to that. One more practical, most beautiful reason I will give you. See, students, copy this. At the last, it was called. I'll say others. Go to the place. Here I wrote it. Now I am saying remove this data. You have seen it already. Which object was created? Even data is coming. Now I don't want to maintain. Now I am asking one beautiful question. No longer interested to maintain what? Even object. No longer interested in maintaining E2 object. So coming to this area, I'm writing no longer interested to maintain even object. Sleep of 5. E1 is equal to none or del of E1. You tell me, is GC calls the destructor forcefully or not? Will it call or not? Will it call the destructor or not? That is the question mark. Will GC call the destructor or not? Will it call or not? Kala, not kala. Online students, will it call or not? Call. Kala? Right, wrong answer. Why? Because how many objects are there? E1, E2, E3. X, 5886. 5886. Which object I am doing? E1 is equal to what I am saying? E1 is equal to what I am saying? Null I am saying. That means which object you are removing? Who is pointing there? Still E2, E3 pointing now. Then will it remove that memory space? No. Not understanding. Leave it. Yourself and your friend and other friend went to international airport. And there somebody forget the 100 kg gold bag forget. 100 kg gold bag forget. And thinking, who will learn software, who will remember 100 kg gold means okay. Now your friend F1, F2, F3. Both of them, all of them are decided. Today is a lucky day for us. 100 kg gold bag is there. You took it. You come out of it. And you are feeling very happy. And friend one is saying, I am so happy. You be both of you are be pointing to this bag only. I'll just go to this some small distance. I will take a cup of tea. I'll come back. Will the thief will come and collect away this bag? No. No. Why? Still F2 and F3 pointing now. And F2 also very happy person. He is also going, okay, I will go and take some small thumbs up. Friend F3, you be there only. He is also going away. Will thief will come and collect away the bag? No. And F3 also, when these people are going, what made I'm less or what? He is also going. He was going for purchasing small outside. He want to buy the chocolate. He went outside by leaving the bag alone. Automatically garbage collector is coming and collecting away because nobody is pointing to that memory space. When F1 went out, nobody coming. When F2 went out, nobody is coming. But still, who is pointing? So, F1, E1 is equal to none. Is the GC calls? GC never calls. GC never calls. Destructor forcefully. Why? Because E2 and E3 points. E1 and E2 and E3 points to what? Memory space. E1 is removed, but E2 and E3 pointing to still memory space or not? Yes. You watch it, you can watch it. You can watch it. Now I am writing, not calling the destructor. One more time you are writing. One more time you are writing. What is the next? What is the next you are writing? No longer necessary to maintain E2. There you are writing what? Del E2. Del E2. Del E2. GC never calls destructor forcefully because who is pointing there? E3. E3. Next I will write the same word. Again I will write it. Last part I will write it. What is that? Del E3. GC calls what? GC calls forcefully. GC calls forcefully. This line I will write it. GC calls forcefully destructor, forcible garbage collection. And already you know, because no objects pointing to what? No objects points to, no objects points to object memory space. When no object is pointed by any, when memory space nobody is pointing, automatically it is eligible to be collected by garbage collector or not? Simple. Del E3. At the last time only when E3 is removed, that time only calling. Even E2 time not calling. See the practical example. 6 data, 7 data, 7 dot py. See that example. 7 dot py. See students, py, 7 dot py, not calling. Not calling. Next, not calling. Earlier it was called. E2 also not calling. E3, this time calling. This time calling. Called. Program execution ended. Done. Even though I deleted E1 and E2, not calling. Why? Still E3 is pointing. Got it? Huh? So this is a scenario of it. This is a scenario of what? How that deep copy garbage collection. Online students, are you understanding this? Are you getting this point? Because this is the most important. I can say simply, is there any use of destructor in the program to write it? But I am going to next introduce GC module. I will introduce GC module. One GC module is there. So, okay, you understand that garbage collector is calling what? A destructor. You understood, I hope so. Destructor, garbage collector relationship, you understand. Now I am going to show you how garbage collector is running. Whether it is running or not, how can you prove that, sir? What is the practicality that whether garbage collector is running or not? Now I am going to show you the another explanation. Now go to that. A simple example I am going to that. In this place, program for demonstrating what? Garbage collector running process. I am going to talk. See students, I am writing print program execution started. Okay. Now I am writing program execution ended. Okay. Now I am writing A is equal to 100, B is equal to 200, C is equal to A plus B. Print here, value of A is equal to dot format of what is this now? So he is asking, Sanskar is asking E2 is equal to none, del E2 are same. He must write imposition. E2 is a capital, E2 is a small. Python is a case sensitive. Where I said in the variables time only I said, I will show you. Sanskar, if you ask like that, you will lose your credibility, my dear student. Data representation, rules for variables. So see that, I'll go to this place. Right? You see that? You see, all variables in Python are called case sensitive. I'll tell everything. When I release you outside, you are just like a gun. You will fire on anybody. If you don't read the notes, others will fire you. So my subject is your protection. If you don't read, no protection. Right. So what is your doubt? E2 is equal to none is one way, del E2 is another way. There are two ways are there for forcible garbage collection. One is called what? Is equal to none is one thing, del is another one. Anyone you can use it, I am saying. That is my interest. Sanskar, are you okay? Can I move forward? Sanskar. E2 is equal to. So, okay. B is equal to B. Morning today, new incident happens in my class. 9 o'clock new batch. Because anything new which I have not seen in my 21 years of education, I'll share with my students. And what is that point is from Andhra Pradesh. That student is from Andhra Pradesh. He is a boy. He is a boy. And adjacent to boy, his father is also there. His father is about to retire. Because when I gave the mic, at the end of the class, I'll speak to online students. That time I come to know this incident. And after that, along with I gave this boy, his name, I think Rajesh Kumar. I gave that mic and I got all of a sudden one voice I got it. He is a father of that Rajesh. Father of Rajesh. He is called, he is a government, almost government teacher. He is teaching natural science. He is almost about to retire. Government increased 2 years, 1 year it seems to go for it. He is almost 60 years. Next year he is retiring, he is saying to me. Because of the word voice which I seen, I got that he is more than that. He is almost a teacher to me. So he called me on my name directly. Hi KVR, hello KVR, he said. So calling on my name means I also got little shivering, So because I understand the voice of the other person also. So okay, let it be. Hi sir, I said. So he said, I am so and so retired, about to retire. And my boy is so and so. He did BTech, 4 years completed. He started this only. I am with boy and attending from last 2 days. I am with boy only. And he complimented me also. And what is that complimenting? I don't want to tell you because you'll feel that sir is boosting. Because I need not to boost up because you know about my subject style. And he complimented me with a good words. And he said one thing. Sir, he has done 4 years. And how can I make this guy to come up? 4 years. Now I am about to retire, sir. Only one son, 2 daughters, sir. Already went off. They settled, sir. This boy is there, sir. What to do with this boy? I don't understand. 4 years over, sir. Now 26, 27 years are about to come. I'm worrying about this guy, sir. So I said, he asked me what to do. Sir, 60 years old, you are not knowing. How can I know? No, sir, if you say like that, what can I do? I said, Mr. Rajesh, you see your father is worrying about you. So tomorrow onwards, you must be alone to listen my class. I asked why you are along with your child. He said, no, sir, if I am not there, he is not listening the class. Now I asked him, are you observing today or daily in other classes of his online? I observed in other online classes, sir. Other online classes, he did not listen. He will switch on and he will move here and there, WhatsApp chatting, etc. But Rajesh Kumar said, sir, no, sir, I will listen your class. Compulsory listen. I am promising you, sir, I said. He said to me, you promised to your father, I said. He said, no, I will, no comments, he is saying. You promised to your parent. He is saying no comments in front of the father only. See how he is saying to your father? He is feeling very much sad. So I told him, no, sir, don't worry. Tomorrow onwards, he will follow. He will follow my class. That's what, sir. Tell him, sir, I said. But 60 years, father is not saying you are not listening. How can you listen me? He did not see me and he did not come to the offline also. So parents are worrying about a lot. Parents are worrying a lot about you, especially boys. And he's feeling, my 2 daughters are very well. And this boy unnecessarily creating tension, taking bullet and going dugu, he's saying that sound also. And coming sometime when he's going, when he's coming out, don't know. Creating problems for me, sir, he's saying. So real problem, na? That's why, boys, it's my advice. Don't do dangerous things. Of course, please make your parents happy. How, when they will happy? When you read well, when you do job well, morning going office, evening come to home, doing good activities. Parents will be happy or not? No diseases will come because you are making them happy. Peace of mind is very important. Make your parents happy. This is my advice. Understand, students? Right. Shall I continue? So, Right. So I asked him, tomorrow also will you come, sir? I said, yes, sir, I will come because we have holidays. In AP, holidays are their school's holidays. So I said, I am also learning Python, sir, he said. Are you understanding? Sometimes understanding because I am Telugu medium teaching natural science. Sometimes some words I am not getting, he's saying. So let it be, he's having a lot of interest because of his son and all. So tomorrow I will see what will happen. If anything new, I will share with you. Let me continue. Print off, I say here. Sum is equal to what? Dot format of what? Dot format of C set. So, right, Vivek, very good student. So you are make your parents happy also. Very nice. Good. Good student. Sum is equal to format of C. Right? Suppose I am there, for example. One small point. I want to take petrol to my bike. I will ask my mother, give me 500 rupees. It's some feel happy for it. I can keep money in my pocket. I will take from my mother. Why? Happy. She will feel happy. I will also feel happy. Like that. If I ask my missus to give 500, my mother will feel bad. You have to make your parents happy. Then you have significance. All are happy only, but you have to be balanced. And boys will have a lot of problems in the life. Already I told you once. Okay, now. So your life is like what? This is your balance. This is somebody sitting in your life. This is somebody sitting in your life. You are just like this. You are a needle here. If you move more here, here problem. If you move more here, problem. Always you must balance. To balance it, your career must be beautiful. Understand? Okay. So come to the point of it. And you will listen these things very carefully. Subject answers you will not give. Come to the point. Right, students. Right, mom. Program execution started. A value, B value, C value, done. Now, how can you prove that program execution is done? Now, the moment when program execution started, garbage collection also started. Garbage collection also started. How do you do that? Print. Is GC running? Is GC running? Is GC running? I am printing. How can you prove that it is running? There is a module name called GC dot. GC dot is enabled. Is enabled. Enabling means it is already active. Disable means it is stopped. Disabled, not possible to click. Enabled, possible to click. Is enabled. It returns what? It returns what? True. Indicates that it is running or not. It is running. I will import. Import what? GC. Import GC. Are you getting? Import GC. Is GC running? GC dot is enabled. True. Now, enabled is the function present in which module? Okay. After printing a value, I will do GC dot what? Disable. GC dot disable. Disable. Disable means what? Stops it. I am forcefully stopping the garbage collector. After disabling, after printing B value, I am writing, is GC running now? Now I am writing, now GC running. This is called initially. Initially, is GC running? Yes, true. In middle of it, I disabled it. Is GC running now? False. False. Again, I will do what? GC dot. Again, I am doing what? Enable. Three functions I taught here only. Is enabled, disable, enable. When I do enable, disabled GC will be enabled. Understand? Is enabled returns true or false. Now, what is the first answer? What is the next answer? False. Again, I will call it. Again, I will call it. What is that now? Now GC is running. What is the answer? True. Are you following? It is like a switch on and switch off with me about the GC. Please call this now GC example1.py. GC example1.py. Careful students. I'll go to this 6 p.m. Oops here. Under that, oops here. Under the destructor, I will save this. I'll save this. Done. Go to the command prompt. See, my dear students, py. See that what is happening. Program execution started. Initially GC running. Yes, running. Value of this GC disabled. What is this now? False. Again, I was enabled. Program execution ended. I got it. Are you getting? Now my question is, after disabling my destructor, is garbage collector collects the objects or not? Are you first of all getting my point? After disabling my destructor, after disabling my garbage collector, is GC collects the objects or not? That is my question. See, I will write it. Where I will go to? This memory space, I will go to it. This is a memory space. Memory space ikkade na? Destructor example 3. Yes. I'll write it. I'll take this example. Careful. Be careful. Now I'm writing. Very good example. GC example 2. GC example 2.py. Every interview will ask this question. What is this now? Program execution started. I will bring that example. I'll bring this example. Go to this place. Is GC running initially? In my program, I will bring it here. Okay. Print off some line. Beginning, what is coming? What is coming? Come on, students. True. After that, what is happening now? Immediately, after this line is over, what I am doing now? GC dot. Come on. I say, next is what? GC running. Now GC running. After disable. After disable. What is an answer? False. Okay. Now I will write time dot what? Sleep of 5 seconds for talking to you. For talking to you, I said that. 10 seconds I will take it. To talk to you. To talk to you. That too. Now it is disabled. False is coming. E1, E2, E3 over. Memory space is also over. Time dot sleep is coming. Program execution. Will it be called or not? Even after disable, even object is coming. Here I will write. Still I will write it. Here I will write it. Still under false only. Will the garbage collector destroy? Will the garbage collector destroy the memory space or not? Come on. Yes or no? Answer is no. That is wrong answer. Once you disable it, your OS and your PVM never stops it. Our GC having this effect in 2.x version. In 3.x version, PVM, even though you disabled practically, internally, in every moment of it, our OS, our PVM will always make it to enable internally. The moment when the program execution is coming to an end, even though it is in disabled mode, forcefully our GC, our PVM and OS will enable it. And automatically garbage collector will call compulsory what? Destructor. That is what is the point I want to bring it. What did you understand with this explanation? Even though programmer disabled the destructor, garbage collector, PVM and OS will not permit the programmer to disable it when the program execution comes to an end. Automatically it will enable. Indirectly, GC is not under the control of the programmer. Even though GC module is given, it is no use of the GC module in the 3.x. Even though you disable it, it is not getting disabled. Shall I run this program now? Right. Generally, student will expect what? It is disabled it and it is not going to collect this memory space. Why this situation is taken? Suppose I developed a very big project. Intentionally, one person has called in one moment a simple statement, disable return. What will happen? The total project is running. Some hundreds of files are running. Total objects are becoming main memory full or not? When main memory becoming full, system will hang or not? That time, how can you eliminate this? That's why the Python software says when you disable the GC, it is automatically enabled internally by the OS, underlying OS and then PVM. Let us run this code. Let us run this code. See that gc2.py. See this now carefully. Py gc example 2 running false. After this means what? Not running according to this meaning, but it is internally running. Even object is coming. See that it is still under false only. All the objects are coming. See that it is coming 96, 48, 0. Is it calling or not? You have to show this type of programming. So even the interview is so typical, will just melt like anything because you are showing everything in the form of programming. Understand? So tell me, is it necessary to write garbage collector in the program? Is it necessary to write GC to use it in the program? They are all what? Inbuilt. They are always taking internally. That's why GC not necessary to bother about it. Destructor not necessary to bother about it. Who is taking care about this entire thing? Python environment only will manage this memory space by the GC. That's what I said. GC takes care about automatic memory management. Now I'll show you the mechanism of this. Whoops. I'll come to the destructor here. Under destructor, I will bring the nodes. This nodes I will show you here. So coming to this place, under whoops, under destructor, under the nodes, I'll paste it, students. I'll open it. Just read out. By seeing these many examples, you will easily follow. Read out everybody. We know that garbage collector is one of the inbuilt program in Python, which is running behind of every Python program, whose role is to collect unused memory space and improves the performance of Python-based applications, which is already known to you. Every garbage collector program internally calling its own destructor function. The destructor function name in Python is def underscore underscore del underscore underscore of cell. By default, destructor always called by garbage collector when the program execution is completed for deallocating the memory space of objects which are used in the program. Whereas constructor called by PVM implicitly when the object is created for initializing the object. Constructor for initializing the object, destructor for destructing the memory space of that object. Both of them are opposite. Well, when the program execution is completed, GC calls its own destructor to deallocate the memory space of the objects present in the program, and it is called automatic garbage collection. Hence, we have three programming conditions for calling GC to make the garbage collector to call the destructor function. Number one, by default, automatically GC calls destructor when the program execution completed. Make the object reference as none for calling forceful garbage collection. Syntax. Object name is equal to none. Delete the object by using del operator. For calling forceful garbage collection, syntax, del object name. Understand? Syntax, see, def underscore underscore del of self, return some body. And no need to write at all, nothing to write. No need to write a destructor in a class of Python because GC contains its own destructor. Getting or not? Yes. What is the next? Garbage collector. Garbage collector contains a predefined module called GC. GC contains the following functions. Is enabled returns true or false. Enable will make the disabled destructor garbage collection as enabled one. Disable will do what? Enabled garbage collection as disabled things. But these are not under your control. Come on. GC is not under the control of programmer, but it is always maintained and managed by OS and PVM. Python programmer need not to write a destructor method or function and need not to deal with the garbage collection process by using GC module because PVM and OS takes care about automatic garbage collection process. This everything is in the brain, back of your brain, you have to keep it. And you cannot write in your program. Is it necessary? But interviewer will put lot of questions. Garbage collection in the form of deep copy. Garbage collection in the form of shallow copy. Shallow copy means different objects. Disabling the garbage collector, enabling the garbage collector. Will the GC calls a destructor or not? Lot of questions will come. Okay now? Clarity is there? Not there? Right. This is about destructor kind of concept. Destructor kind of concept is done. Okay now? So next class, I will talk about what? Data encapsulation and abstraction I will explain. This topic I will explain in the tomorrow class. And in that, because even if I start, it cannot complete it. Because today's agenda is this part is important. So Vivek, why GC modules in old days, sir? In old days, everything is there in the control of the programmer. But after when the versions are changing, some of the things which are uncontrolled things are removed from the programmer hands. Are you following? So that's why we are going to introduce pickling program. After first speaking about tomorrow 1 hour, I'll go for pickling example with what? Oops, I will take it. Okay now? So tomorrow class, I'll go for encapsulation and abstraction I will introduce. Okay, students? Are you getting? Today destructor concept is clear? Right. Tomorrow class, I'll go for encapsulation and abstraction. Thereafter completion of it, I'll go for pickling concept also I'll introduce. After tomorrow it is completed. Day after tomorrow, again Saturday. Saturday is very dangerous. You'll go to underground. Inheritance is starting. Most important topic. That inheritance related to what? Method overriding and polymorphism. And all Saturdays only very important topics are coming. Right? So go for that. Dinesh, that only ma'am. Private public class is Kadwa. Dinesh is a Java student. Dinesh, are you Java student? Private public is not there in Python. But what is there? I am going to talk about this kind of concept. No, you are not belongs to Java, na? Right. One small example I will tell you. Suppose you went to movie. Actually, you said to your parents that you are going to college. And after going to bus stop, your friend is also there. And a new releasing movie is there. Friend is asking, shall we go to movie? Okay. College bus gone and you gone this side. Parents are thinking, he's going to college, internal exam writing, all classes attending. 5 o'clock, he will go to the home only. As usual, bag is there in the back side. Parents are feeling that you have done a lot of work. They will give snacks, pineapple juice, giving a lot of items, snacks and everything. But you have in your mind, see, even though I did something wrong, they are giving a lot of services to me. Anytime you felt like that? Yes. So, something is hidden. They are asking, you went to college? Yes, today 5 classes has completed. And you are not revealing what you've done. That is called what? You are hiding the data. How do you hide the data in Python? There is no private keyword is available. Public keyword is not available. Protected is not there. Default is not there. I am a Java professional. There are 16 rules are there. Private, public, default, protected. Such rules are not there. In those keywords are not there. Already I shown you keywords now. In that, do you have public, private, protected, etc.? Nothing is there. We are using double underscore concept we are using. So, Dinesh, I hope that you are understanding about public, private are there in where C++ it is there. In Java, private, protected, private, public, default is there. 4. In C++, private, protected and public is there. In C language, such type of services are not there. Vivek, how you upgrade your knowledge in real time? I have what work is there? You have a lot of works. You are working in international airport. You are working in CMO office, PMO office. For me, what work is there? Class, home, reading, upgrading. That is my work. That's why I'm in 26 years of teaching experience. What work I have? I don't have friends. Friends are there. What friends? Childhood days friends are there. BTech friends are very danger. And when you become 21 years, that friends are very danger. And all of them not like that. 90% I'm saying that. So, okay. So anyhow, students, upgradation is very important. If you want to enter into, still you want to continue your services. You want to take VRS, don't read anything. Try to sleep. Anyhow, tomorrow I'm going to introduce what? Encapsulation and abstraction. Don't miss the class. Thank you, students. Right. Online students, you can hold on. I will talk to you. Earlier, yes. No, I answer.